sometimes, well, let me just say it this way. You don't pray anything negative on the person, but sometimes God brings negative things to pass because of what you speak. You remember, sometimes God puts something in your spirit and you say to that person, well, God will take care of the situation. And he does. You know what I'm saying? That's not praying negative. You're just letting them know you're not doing the right thing and God will take care of the situation. And I have seen him close down situations, close down a grocery store when I prayed. I mean, closed it down completely, wiped out the neighborhood. Yeah. We pray to God. But I'm talking about these people did something personal to us. And I prayed for them. I didn't pray for God to close them down. But I did to close them down. Because you cannot expect to reap, and that's what we just read a few moments ago, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. When you sow bad seed, you're going to reap some bad seed. Now you may get saved and go to heaven, but you're going to reap some bad seed. But there's going to be consequences. And that's the same thing with, our living right for Christ right now. If you don't live right, you're going to reap the consequences. That doesn't mean everybody is going to hell. But you're going to reap the consequences while you're here. You probably have a little hell right here before you go on the other side. So it just pays to do the right thing, pray the right prayers, seek God in the behalf of your foes are your friends. All right. Let's move on quickly. We're just about finished, I think.
Acts 18. Acts 18 and 9 through 14. Then spoke the Lord to Paul in the night by a vision. Be not afraid, but speak, and hold not thy peace. For I am with thee, and no man shall set on thee to hurt thee.
Now that's just as plain as day. Said, look, you got to say the right thing. Don't hold back from saying what God has given to you, because no man is going to sit on there. I'm in control here. God is in control. Yes. And so people can't do any more to you than God allows. I was just thinking of some very dire instances. I remember we were in the church over on 23rd, and a gentleman came in, and he told my husband, he says, well, don't come because I'll shoot. And he had this big revolver. I'm in the office there with him. And so I started dialing 911. And Brother Perkins remembered because he was right out there. And my husband said, well, I know you will, but I'm coming. And so he just came on from around the desk and started coming toward the man. The man had the gun in his hand. It's funny now, it wasn't funny then. He stopped and he said, what are you doing? Talking to me. I said, I'm calling the police, that's what I'm doing. And so he's got the gun in his hand, and he's coming on toward Bishop. Bishop going straight on toward him. And when Bishop got to the door, we couldn't find him. True story. You remember that, Albert? True story. We couldn't find him. We looked high and low, down, up. Oh, the man was gone. I mean, that was quicker than I ever dreamed of. The Lord moved that I've never seen him from that day to this. And he was angry with my husband because My husband didn't tell a woman not to come to his church. I hollered out there and told you I would tell them to come in.
We heard you, but they wouldn't come in.
Oh,
They didn't want to.
okay, all right. All right. So, God is something else. We've had no man, I'm using that scripture. When God says no man shall set on thee to hurt thee, God is in control. So, nobody's going to do it. They may try and they want to. I don't know why I'm thinking about that, but I remember also I was in a situation, I was down on my knees praying, and the Lord told me to go get a person from their house and bring them to church. And I thought, I don't want to do that tonight. Because they had a husband that was kind of mean. But the Lord told me to bring them. Go get them and bring them. And so I got up on my knees and I just told somebody, tell my husband I'm going to such and such house. And when I got there, the door opened about like this. And the husband opened the door. And here comes another gun. I mean, he wasn't pointing at me, but I saw it. And I said, I don't know what I said, but anyhow, I came to get his wife to come to church. And so she saw my car. This is funny. She saw my car there. And I just stood there and talked. And the longer I talked, that first, I wasn't going to open the door to me, he just opened it just right away, And the longer I stood there and talked, the door kept getting wider and wider. But by the time I was going to get her, I looked down and she'd already come out and got in my car. And she didn't get hurt and I didn't either. Of course, you know I'm still standing there. God, no man. You go read it again. I'm talking about making intercession. See, you can make intercession in more ways than just talking to God. You can do what God said do. Because God told me, I don't say never, but that if when God speaks, it's God, sometimes he speaks and you have to ask the second time, is that you, Lord? But I didn't have no doubt at that time. I'm down on my knees. God said, go get this child. And I got up off my knees and went to that house, and that was the experience that I had. But when God says no man will set on thee to hurt thee, that means no man. That means tall men, short men, fat men, black men, white men,